I'd always had a love of water before my accident. I still had a love of water after my accident. But surfing was always something that I didn't think I could do. And then I found it when I was 40, and I've been surfing non-stop for the past 5 years. My name's Stephen Lightbown. I'm here at the Wave talking about adaptive surfing. When I was 16, I had an accident where I was sledging in the snow. I was going backwards and I hit a tree, and then I became a wheelchair user as I'm now paralysed from the waist down. I first tried adaptive surfing during lockdown. So we were just coming out of lockdown actually, and I'd seen an article in The Guardian about adaptive surfing here at the Wave. And not only was it about adaptive surfing, the person they were interviewing was a surfer who was in a wheelchair, like me. And I just thought, as if I can do that. When I realised that the Wave was in Bristol, half an hour away from where I live, I was straight on the phone to them trying to figure out how I could book a session. And it was in October of 2020, I booked a session, and we went on the small waves here, and it just felt like I was riding the 100-foot waves at Nazaré. It was incredible. And I haven't looked back since. There's something about, first and foremost, of being in the water, the freedom that I get from being out of my chair. It's a way of moving that isn't reliant on my chair. When I get on the board, I feel like a steadiness and a robustness from being on the board. And just being immersed in nature, I think he's wonderful and he's so fantastic. And then when you get going, when you find a wave, when you feel the water, you know, the wave isn't, you're not controlling the wave controls you. And once you set off and you feel like you've caught that wave, the sense of exhilaration, the sense of pure mindfulness is just glorious. One of the things that put me off at first, and which I think puts a lot of people off, is that they think it wouldn't be accessible. But actually, the simplest form is a beach chair. You can get a beach chair down to the water. I actually can get myself onto the floor and then I kind of shuffle backwards in. My wetsuit is extra padded around the bum area. I have zips up the legs to be able to get in. I've had boots especially made for me. I wear a helmet when I'm in the water. But actually, it is a lot more accessible than you think it is. And just with a few tweaks and a bit of thinking, you can make most kit accessible. Surfing's one of those things that people could say it's a bit of a midlife crisis thing. You know, it's like, it's my motorbike. But I think the benefit in terms of my well-being is unparalleled. Like when I'm here, when I'm in or near water, I feel calm. I'm not worried about what people think or what they're looking at or whether or not people are looking at the chair. Actually, weirdly, when I'm here, people look at the chair and think, that's really cool that like he's going surfing. And when I'm in the water, I'm just ahead like everybody else in the water. And there's something about finding me again, finding out who Stephen is, that isn't the first thing that people see or notice is the chair. And when I get that, I'm like, oh yeah, this is who I am. This is like, I love being outdoors. I love the water. I love pushing my limits. I love surfing. I love swimming. And it's really fantastic to be reminded of those things. I always get a bit nervous beforehand because the water's in charge. You've got to respect the water. You've got to appreciate what it can give you. But once you're out there and you're in that little corner about to do the session, I know I'm going to have the biggest smile on my face.